Did you get up to the stereotyping?
I think so. I think you were
Um,
explaining about the stereotype when we cut.
do you want me to just go over it again?
Do a
Yeah.
TLDR.
Yeah.
TLDR it, please.
TLDR.
Okay.
Give us a
Just
brief
tell me when you're
overview.
ready.
Yeah. When you're good.
Captain, I'll be blunt with you. The stereotype among the vast majority of my people is that humans are a war-hungry race that loves to fight and war and cares little of other culture and species and aren't that enlightened. I know this not to be true, and I know a lot of my people know this isn't true, though there are the people that don't. It's the same as there are humans that believe aliens are no good, gecko-eyed freaks. I, my point is, I hope you allow Mr. Harper to communicate and learn from them. It can only help with getting rid of that stereotype. If he speaks to them in their own language, they will respect him far more, and they will trust him even. Well, they'll trust him more so than they would. It could help.
I intend to let him. As you say, we're here as much for the AI as for diplomatic reasons. We need to build a bond between humans and the Vauron, so that if a war does come knocking again, we can be allies instead of enemies. We can stop it before it claims the lives of millions on both sides.
I also, going over the, I'm not sure what will happen. I'm not sure if they will meet us on our ship, if we will meet them on one of theirs. On the homeworld, well, the adopted homeworld, one of the other two worlds, one of the colony moons. I'm not sure where we will meet them. I do, however, recommend if it is not on this ship, I think weapons could send the wrong message.
Understood.
I will leave mine. Well, I is that Liam?
No, that was not Jake.
I would recommend the Balron weapons we found. Both. Oh no, there's three, isn't there? Is there two or three? Two. Be left here. I might take mine. I'm loath to let go of it, to be honest. I don't see why they would. If I am to return with my uncle's weapon, I doubt I will even know any of them in such a way. But no, my point is we don't need weapons. Might send the wrong idea.
Understood.
If if there are any questions you have about wherever we will meet them, I'm sure I will be able to answer them. Or any other questions you or the rest of the crew have for me about them. You say you don't want the less diplomatic members of the crew speaking to them. It is my opinion that you should allow some interaction. You could learn a lot. They could learn a lot from this interaction. I'm hoping they will send people who know your languages, as we have sent a couple that know theirs. But I do suggest you let them speak if they wish.
She
I
smiles. She says, Zai,
doubt they can harm relations.
you've met the other members of the crew, yes?
Yes.
I doubt I could stop them.
Yes. I do recommend telling Mr. Strange not to, well, be Mr. Strange.
She nods. Zai,
They could take his insults more harshly than me,
a question before you leave.
of course.
How recently have you heard from home?
Liam, how long have we been on this mission?
Like you probably haven't heard from, like, the reports you've had are probably through your handler, I imagine.
Yeah, so like I was at home, I was on the planet, and then I left like I'd say like a month before I was meant to join the squad.
Yeah.
So like
So
what, 3 months?
yeah, something like that.
About 3 months. Direct contact. My handler has sent me some updates.
She nods. Okay.
Why do you ask?
Just curious, Zai. I have a suspicion. We'll see if it's well founded when we fall out of Spike, I guess.
I
No need to worry
would
yourself.
you say that, but as soon as you ask me when was the last I heard from my people, and then you say you have a suspicion, I am immediately inclined to be terrified. What suspicion, Captain?
You'll find out in a couple of days, Zai. I don't even know if it's true yet. Just intelligence.
And you're not going to tell me?
Not until I know it's true. I'm not in the habit of starting rumors.
He grits his teeth a little bit. Okay, Captain. Thank you. Just take what I said, I guess.
She nods.
And he leaves.
Okay, so is there anything else anyone wants to do quickly before we fall out? It's
Yeah,
like
I want to talk to Zaya really quickly.
yep, do it.
Cool.
It's like
Probably after the meeting.
yeah, it's been like a couple of days till we actually fall out of Spike Space. So
I
go
love
for
the random time skips. It's awesome.
yeah, it's awesome. It's great.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna like find Zaya. I'm assuming at this point, we all know everybody's schedule at this point. Like
Yeah,
Vincent's
like,
always
yeah,
being
like-
You've
there.
been in Spike Space for like a month, so like yeah, you know.
You know the teaching
Yeah.
schedule of Zai.
Yeah, so then I catch you in between like one of your lessons, and then I just walk up. Zai, I have a question for you.
Of course.
Now I know that you guys have TL5 and all those wonderful things. Now, how many good pilots are there in your home world?
Define good.
Better than me.
I don't mean to insult you with this, Aaron, but I'm sure I've seen your skill firsthand, and you are very impressive. But are you the best within the Natasha Navy?
Probably not.
Well, that is the answer. It is the same for my people. There will be ones that you are as good as. There will be ones that are better than you. Some of them
Do
have
you
been
know-
flying for hundreds of years.
Do you know any of them personally? The ones who have been flying for hundreds of years.
I have a cousin. They're a century older than me. He is he was a pilot during the war.
I'm just curious if maybe he could, I don't know, teach me a few things. It seems there's not much I bring to the table to this squad other than my flying capabilities, and as you have already noted, I am definitely not the best, and not even in the Natasha Navy, so I need to get better for everybody's sake. And I figured, what better way than at least getting someone who has centuries
And
of
with aliens.
practice. Yes, with aliens.
Last I heard from him, he was serving in the blockade fleet. I can try to get in contact with him, if you so wish.
That
He-
would be useful.
He was always the most vocal about his distaste for the war. More so than me. If there's someone that's gonna help you, I imagine it would be him.
That would be very
I'll see what I can do.
convenient if that's the case. Please. And then I'm just gonna like go back to my room and like do some flight simulator stuff with like, oh, you space simulator.
Okay.
Just prepping up in case I do get to meet this
Okay,
person.
so Zai prepares like an email then to like send to his cousin.
Alright.
I'm imagining like Valorant's speech is very like it's just long-winded,
Yeah.
and because I'm assuming they like formalities and that sort of thing.
Yep.
So it would like there'd just be like 10 sentences just introducing himself and saying hi, just really formal, and then it would get more casual.
Okay. Cool. So, is there anything else before we fly out of space?
Nope.
Okay. Cool.
No.
Alright.
Should be fine.
So yeah, the ship falls out of spike. All of the messages you've queued up send off.
And we're instantly destroyed.
I'm assuming we're quite far away from any actual planet.
Yeah, like you fall out like a decent distance away. But you like almost instantly. It's within like 20 seconds of falling out of spike space. You're hailed by a ship, which is within a couple of 100 kilometers from you, which is relatively
It's good
close
to know
in
their
space.
defense system is still up and running. I accept the hail. Like I'm on bridge at this point. I'm assuming.
Yep.
I'm assuming we're all on bridge? Question mark.
Yeah, I'd imagine so.
No, Vincent's putting on
Unless-
his armor and Vincent's just putting on his armor.
Okay. All right.
I accept the hail.
But once Andrew's doing the exact opposite.
He's taking off his armor.
Yes.
And
Okay.
wearing his best clothes.
Sure.
Exactly.
So it's a you see a human in like
Oh,
standard civilian clothing.
Andrew's head literally explodes out of surprise.
He says exchange codes. And the captain kind of steps up and steps in front and exchanges like a passcode. He says,
Captain, what's going on?
Roger that. We have messages for you. Wait one. The captain turns to you and says, my suspicions might have just been confirmed. Wait
What's
one
going
and we'll
on,
find
Captain?
out. A message.
Why is there a human and why is there a Natashan ship and
A message plays. So like you probably, well, for those of you in the Natasha Navy, you recognize the ship as basically a ship that is fitted to carry messages and go very, very, very quick. That's all it does.
Okay.
It doesn't have defensive capabilities. It doesn't have weapon capabilities. It literally just goes quick and carries messages. Yeah. So it generally has a crew of 1 to 2 people.
So it's a speedboat.
Yeah.
this entire time he's just asking what's going on.
Yeah,
Why,
it's-
who's
it's-
this, what's happening?
It's very literally just to supply messages. It's a comms comes, and it's your handler, Zai.
I have his name somewhere.
Yeah, whatever his name is.
Steve.
He introduced himself as like his full name.
I say what's happening? Is this like
Yeah, it's like a
live
recorded
com?
message. It's like a recorded message.
in like really fast Valoronic? What's happening? What's going on? What's happening? Why is
The
there a
recorded
Natashan
message
ship in
says
our space?
there has been, and this is in a rough human, not good.
English?
Yeah, well, space English, yeah, but not well.
Spanglish.
Common.
Yeah, basically. Just says, it's along the lines of this. I'm not going to say as broken up as it would be, but you guys will get a message. There have been developments. It seems humanity sayings come true. That it only takes one rotten egg. There has been a political party, or whatever the like correlation to Valorant society is,
A nexus.
Yeah, a political like nexus that or a nexus that are striving. Well, they're striving to turn our weapons against the humans. We need to stop this, Zai. I hope you understand the importance of this.
Say it again, please. You cut out a lot during it for me.
Okay, sorry. But essentially, that there's a political group on the planet that wants to, or a political family on the planet, that wants to turn away from the Valron's long-held traditions of, like peace.
So essentially,
Peace
say
and-
rats from Doctor Who.
This is a recorded message, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
It continues after like a few seconds pause. You will find details and information included. Wherever this message finds you, you must make haste. You must make haste to Velron. This is important.
Lol.
He probably says the planet's name or
Yeah,
the system
whatever
name.
the actual planet's name is, in full
Yeah.
as well. Once again, yeah, the message cuts and there's like files and stuff on the person. It was one like looking at the files. It's like it's one of the a family that had like ties to like the kind of like spec ops groups that were sent out during the like 8 Point War.
Probably one of the spec ops groups that actually enjoyed their work.
Probably. But like all the files are kind of saying that like they've actually got like there's probably been other people who've been like directly off the war, like other like families and stuff that they're in the same similar sort of situation that tried to kind of like push this stuff. They're shut down pretty quickly. Like, no, like the fuck are you talking about? This is not how we do things. But yeah, this for whatever reason this group has like got traction. And yeah, that's not good.
No, it's not.
She the captain looks at you. She says, "I'm sorry, Zai."
You know, in movies, we like it's like the main characters, or like the characters walking down the street, and there's just like the rain in the ears, and it's just like
Yeah.
don't hear anything. Yeah, he's just staring at the screen, because like that's like breaking literally thousands of years of like tradition, and then like millions of years of evolution. Like this is just unprecedented. Very shocking. So yeah, he's just standing there staring at me, like not hearing anything anyone's saying.
Like, if Vincent was watching the views from like in his cameras, would he not watch this video?
No, this is like directly to the bridge. So if you want on the bridge, you can see this.
Like he'd be watching the bridge camera there probably. See
Yeah,
what's going on.
you get a the ship gets another direct hail from a ship. This time it's like a Velron ship.
Vincent's just smiling as he heard that though.
Did Vincent hear it? Because he wasn't there.
I'd assume he'd be listening to the comms.
It was a video beamed into the.
Yeah, this is if you went on the bridge,
was-
you didn't see
You would
this.
still hear video, wouldn't you? Over comms. I don't know. Yeah, it wasn't really important.
But yeah, there's you get an actual comm link from a like a Velron ship.
one of the defense blockade things.
Like yeah, it seems to be it's definitely it's one of those ships. It's not actually like in the blockade currently.
Yeah, but like
but
one
yeah.
of the envoy one, yeah.
Yeah.
He's still standing there, just doing nothing.
Yeah, the captain accepts. Another like you guys probably all kind of like are used to it by now because it's the same sort of English that like Zai speaks. It's always it's kind of broken. Although
It's just not
Zai
very
seems to
good.
be
It's awkward.
yeah, Zai seems to be better at it than like any of these other people you're hearing.
Yeah,
But-
appreciate my English bitches.
Yeah.
Great.
um,
Planet of the Space Fairies.
this
I would like to mention Vincent is now listening to the comms.
this the Velron comes across. They say we assume you have the current update on our situation. The captain, unless you want to say something.
And no, he's gonna say something after, right? Like either while the captain's speaking or like after she finishes.
Yeah, okay. The captain says, we've just been updated. You offer support, and then yeah, if you want to say something.
So I'm imagining like, because it's all like the society, like even this bad faction or
Yeah.
like whatever, they would still value their nexus like insanely. Like the
Yeah.
family is like
Yep.
above all else. So
Absolutely.
I'm imagining there's some like just really really bad swear word like that's just taboo
Yeah.
and like that you say only in like the most extreme situations where you've just been decapitated like that like
Yeah.
not even then you'd say it, just like really bad.
Yep.
Yeah, he says that word and like that he just starts speaking very fast Pharaonic, um, that I'm imagining only Andrew can even like could understand a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it's like high speed. It's like when a Kiwi talks really
Yep.
fast.
Did you say when like a Kiwi talks?
Yeah, like New Zealanders. We we talk fast.
Oh.
No one can
New
understand
Zealanders
us.
are nicknamed Kiwis.
Yeah, I didn't know
Yeah.
that. Okay.
Yep.
In like so he says the bad word, and then what is going on? Why is insert name of the Nexus here? Why have they turned against the whatever mandate or like code or was that Liam?
No, I'm
No.
good.
No. Why have
Hasn't
they gone against? I don't know. There'll be some sort of like rule against it or law against it or
Yep.
something. What is going on? Why
I-
is this the first I'm hearing of this?
I imagine there are multiple laws against it.
Well, yeah, there'd be religious laws against
Yeah.
it. There'd be ethical laws against it. There'd be like, each nexus would have like mandate. Like even this nexus would have laws against it
Yeah.
that they've obviously changed. And then there'd be like government laws against it, and then be like planetary laws against it, like individual colony,
Oh,
like
yeah,
just
there's law wars.
hundreds of laws.
Yeah. This is not good. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Um,
he just like, sorry, just to
in like your language, the Velrel on the other side of the comms comes back. He says, like once again, it's really quick. Basically saying, like we don't know. We've lost all like so the different like Velrun like Nexus. They like different like how geographically
government work.
like geographically how they located.
So like, I think I've read this up somewhere, but so like there'd be a nexus. There'd be like I think 12 nexuses in control of a planet.
Yep.
With like so the 12 most influential ones, um, of each planet, and then like all of those nexuses would be involved in the system-wide governance.
Yep.
So the three main planets would have 12 nexuses in control of them, and then all of like the colony moons would have control. Like there'd be 12, and then all of those would get it. Like there'd be a grand council or
Cool.
whatever.
Cool.
But then there'd also be like families of each nexus on each planet. Like they're not bound to the planet, so there's like they're all spread over. But like this nexus would have its main grounds on one of the main three planets or one of the moons.
Yep. Okay. Cool. That's perfect. So he says that essentially what's happened is this particular nexus has taken like just upright anybody who's like a part of their nexus or like a part of the group that's under them. Any of the people who are actually still loyal to them, a lot of them left them after the like obviously the very revolutionary idea of the fact they should take these weapons against humanity and actually go to war. But the
Like
ones
worse
who
than
stayed,
cannibalism.
took like every ship under their control, and then took it to one of the moons. And they've
Oh, now they just control a moon.
they've taken the moon.
Of which planet?
Not the home one and not the ruined one, like not the main one.
So the what's it called? I have it here somewhere. Nasipi?
Yeah, because mine's was the one that was.
Yeah, my niece is the one that's been just like this kind of destroyed, but not really.
Yeah.
Okay. It like has this Nexus like from his knowledge, Zai's knowledge, has this Nexus ever shown signs of this before, like throughout their history?
They were the like spec ops teams that were from this Nexus were enthusiastic about their job.
Okay. Like even before, like, have there ever been signs of like war? Because like there's like people can be sadistic, but then like yeah, like has anything like war? Because this is like I know it's like this is major shit. This is
Yeah.
like ingrained biology shit. Like has there ever been signs like I would see them as like kind like mute, like they're wrong, like they're mentally ill.
Yeah, probably. Like, it's not everybody, but like every so often there'll be one within the, for lack of a better word, family tree that crops up in Zai's words wrong.
Yeah, like it's like a mental illness.
Yeah.
Like in his words, like yeah. Most people would see them
Derangement.
like that. Yeah, like it's like they're sick and they need help. Um. Okay. Yeah. So he's just like still like he still speaking really fast and just like asking what's wrong, like what's happening, and like when did this happen? Why haven't there been why haven't I been updated on this more recently? Um, just like variations of that, like really fast and just like repeating it.
Yeah. So the Vauron like kind of ignores you, turning his attention back to human, like space English, saying the rest of the Valoran nexuses do not. Although these Valoran have gone against our ways, war is still not in our blood. Your presence here may end up serving a different purpose than the one I'm sure you anticipated. And judging by the
swears again.
messages you sent as soon as you got into real space, that'll have to wait.
The second to that, the AI jump ship.
Okay, Zai calms down a little bit. And he looks at he just stares at the captain.
She, like, you only the people like if you're staring at her, you'd probably notice. Only the people who are like looking at her directly notice. Like for the slightest second, a flicker of like a smirk goes across her face, and then it dies again, and she like the face
Oh,
of
yeah.
calm, and she says, "We'd be happy to offer our assistance."
Mm-hmm.
Like the most intense stare, like judging, like a hurt judging. Why did you betray me? Kind of stare. Not even that she betrayed him. It's just that kind of stare.
Yeah.
Even though none of you can see it, Vincent's smirking.
The basically the ship gives like codes to get through the blockade of because like it was only probably like what like 10% of the blockade if that fled with that
If
other
that,
nexus.
like, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
there's what like, yeah. Each nexus would put towards the blockade, and there's like hundreds of them.
Yeah. But yeah, so yeah, they give codes to get past what's left of the blockade fleet. And as you go by, everyone who's watching, these ships are like a long way ahead of anything really that you probably would have seen.
I have an image of them.
Yeah, that's something.
Prove it.
I'll find it.
I probably have it too. Somewhere. Let's have a look.
Yeah, it is. I'll send it in Skype.
Yeah.
By the way, Matt, read Skype.
Yeah, I see it here.
Roll 20 is probably
Okay.
better.
It's not like I need to upload it to Imgo.
I've got it here. I think.
Oh, you've
From the
got
Oh,
it.
so it's those Reapers and
It's like that kind of design, like not exactly that, just because like it's
It
hard to
literally looks
find.
like a cross between a Reaper ship and a Covenant ship.
looks
Yeah.
like a Reaper and a Asari ship.
Oh no, I chose it because it's like kind of looks like a shield.
You're a shield.
But yeah,
Looks
so
exactly-
So kind of like that.
yeah, you see that sort of ships as you go by. They look fanciful for anything that you've seen. And yeah,
Stupid.
Like a
I
fuck
think-
ton of them.
I think as we start heading towards the planet, that's where we're gonna end.
Wow,
Not to me.
I was not expecting
So we're stomping Valron ass now.
Yeah, they're probably not boss.
They got TL5.